Hey AfterBuzzers, welcome to the season premiere of Nightcap from PopTV. We're going to break down the first 2 episodes that came out today and obviously talk about our opinion because this episode was awesome. Stay tuned after the opening.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Oh, that music. It's beautiful.
Singular
I don't have any proof to throw at you. Hey AfterBuzzers, like I said in the intro, welcome to AfterBuzz TV. We are covering the first ever after show for PopTV's new comedy, Nightcap. I am your host, Alexis Torres. You can find me all over social media as A-Torres890. That's A-T-O-R-R-E-S 890. And guys, just like the crew on the show, I cannot do this show alone. I have 2 beautiful, fantastic crew members who are one singular sensation together. Introduce yourselves, guys.
All right, Alexis.
Oh, there you
Hi, I am Chris Valentine. You can find me on Twitter at AKA Golden Boy.
Hey, I'm Hayley O'Connor. I'm on Twitter at Hayley O'Connor, and that's Hayley with 2 Y's. If you don't use 2 Y's, you're not too wise.
Oh, fancy.
Okay, we have a brand going here.
I love it. And guys, you can definitely check us out every week. We're going to be covering the whole first season, and it's going to be awesome. But you can check out all of our stuff at youtube.com/AfterBuzzTV. Also check us out on iTunes and leave a review, 5 stars or 4 stars, because the other stars don't work. And tell us how we're doing. Since it is the premiere, you got to let us know how we did, and also what did you guys think of it, because I thought it was pretty hysterical.
It is going to be an incredibly great season because it's all A-list stars, and I
A-list
love
after
me some
A-list after A-list.
And it's every episode. It's not just one. It's every episode.
There's
It's
like at least 2 or
full.
3, I think, per episode. At least from what I'm seeing so far.
Yeah, they're pretty stacked so far.
Well, speaking of so far, what did you guys actually think before we get in? Because we are going to talk about both episodes. We're just going to not mush them all together, but we'll go in order. But what did you think of episode 1? Just overall thoughts before we get into the thick of it.
Episode 1. Episode 1, I don't think we actually saw the pilot. I think it was moved around because the title was different.
Yeah, it tricked me, Google. You tricked me.
Blame it on DirecTV. Anyways, or Pop. Pop used to be the channel guy, but we don't need it anymore, right?
Because the TV Guide Network,
oh my
but
gosh.
now it's
so
Pop.
We won't blame Pop, though, because you created a great show, and we love you. Yes, and The Baby Maker. So that became episode 1. We have Kelly Ripa, who is very much in the news trying to find a co-host, and I almost felt like her persona was a little kind of close to who she is, so I enjoyed watching it. No shade or anything, but she's like serious, and I think a lot of the stars behind the scenes are way more serious than what you see in the morning show when they're drinking their coffee and they're so bright and chipper and happy and everything, and so I like to see that side of Kelly. I think it was fun, and Mark Consuelos, her husband, was on
God,
tonight.
He's so fine.
He was looking so good.
I mean, this character, well, the Mark that we saw tonight, I was like, no. But, like, I love to see your face, boy. It looks cute.
Yeah, they were a little mean, but I think it's great. It seems like overall every celebrity they're having on has a good sense of humor about themselves.
Yeah.
So that's, like, really appealing to see.
I think Gwyneth Paltrow, at least her character in this one, she's my spirit animal. She doesn't give 2 shits about anything.
Gwyneth is perfect for this. I mean, we don't see her on TV too much. She did.
I think the last thing was Glee for me.
Exactly. Holiday from
also,
Glee.
Also, my spirit animal. I think Gwyneth Paltrow is my spirit animal.
Why is that?
Just any character that she's done so far is very much like in my realm of something. Like the fact that she was in Iron Man, the fact that she was Holly, and
Pepper
again,
Potts.
Pepper Potts is my lady.
I know. She's working it, and she's gotten every award there is. She got the Oscar, she got the 2 SAG Awards, she got the Golden Globe, and then she picked up the Emmy for Holly Holiday on Glee. We all loved her on that.
Yeah.
And so she doesn't do much TV, and she is back on TV now. Thank you.
God, that episode was fantastic.
She was great, and I don't know whether it was just the writing was fabulous, and I don't know if
Ali Wentworth is part of the writing crew.
Okay, thank you, because I was watching the credits.
She was the creator, the director, and the writer, or one of the writers for the show.
Awesome. Yeah, I saw another writer, and I'm like, did she also write? I have to watch the credits again, but that's good to know.
She did. I think she said that on one of the because you know how they have to go on their promo tours and stuff like that. I think she mentioned that in an interview. I could be wrong.
Good
though.
for you. No, I know she's the creator star. Blah. you know.
Well, I saw, it seems like even though this tonight was the first airing, that they're doubling down on it already because it was already renewed for a second season.
Dang it, you ruined my
serious?
news and gossip.
sorry.
Dang it.
Oh,
news
somebody's
and
doing
gossip.
the research.
Sorry.
No, I'm glad that you brought that up because she's
Yes.
talked about it in every interview because every person that interviews her for news and gossip was that she got renewed for season 2 already.
How is that
Before it aired.
possible?
That's an amazing
How is that possible?
That is a thing I don't know. I just know I heard
AfterBuzz
TV news. Thank you,
You heard it
producer
here
Zach.
first. The press releases will go out later.
But yeah, the show got picked up before it aired at all that it got a season 2 because they're that confident that the show's going to do well, which again, I'm already a fan.
Listen, any celebrity-driven show, I am there. I love celebrities.
Except for Broadway Smash Up, I don't think I can be a part of that.
That was fake.
That was rough. I mean,
Wasn't that
Andy,
fake?
I'm into that.
It's,
That
it's
one-
very fake. But I think Andy
one's for
Cohen,
me.
where he was like, yes. I mean,
He had to make
I'm
that
a
as weird as possible so we would not.
It was beautiful. I feel like I hated it because I was like, I would never watch this show, but at the same time, I totally would because I'm a musical nut. So I just don't.
Yeah.
I don't understand when he was like, "You get it?" And I was like, "No, but it's fine. Just
She
take
had
my
to prove
viewership.
it.
It's okay. Take my programming."
Exactly. Ali had to be the victim, though, in a way. It was fun.
She's always gonna play the victim.
Yeah,
I feel.
That's what
Clearly-
gets the,
clearly
she's
already.
the star, right? So that's gonna
Yeah.
make people love her more. But anyways, I really saw a close association with this show and the Larry Sanders Show with Gary Shandling. And it's so funny because I was actually watching it a few weeks ago, and this first episode where she has this few segments with lesbian stuff going on, it was like an exact copy of the Gary Sandling episode that I watched, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So
It's fantastic. I think shows have done that too. I think.
It was great.
I think not Parks and Rec. I think maybe How I
I was
How I
thinking
Met
of
Your
Amy
Mother.
Poehler a lot tonight.
Yeah.
She
Oh, yeah.
looks like Amy Poehler and
I
a
hope
few of the other
I hope Amy
comedians.
Poehler does come on the show. That would be hysterical.
I love her. I love
Well,
her.
let's break down episode 1 really quickly. We're just going to talk about major things that happened. Obviously, our guest stars for episode 1 was Sarah Jessica Parker, Kelly Ripa, and her husband Mark Consuelos.
Consuelos.
There you go.
Gotta say it like
And
that.
I love how Andy Cohen was only in it for just a smidge. Like he was literally just there for that
there
one
to
scene.
throw some food and leave.
I was okay with that.
Is
Make an
solid.
appearance.
Yeah.
Is this filmed in New York? It looks like it.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I think most of the actors are New York-based people as well.
SJP, and
yeah.
then,
Oh, yeah.
what's his name from the Beverly Hills Housewives? He does his, I think, Sirius XM show there too. So I'm thinking
Really?
he was there. He popped in to do a little scene. Andy,
I mean, it
yeah.
makes sense. Yeah. It makes sense. But I love how Stacy comes running into the, I guess, like the staff room or whatever, and she's like, I'm super excited. Look at all the people I just got. And of course, we're super excited. But I love how they're kind of like,
I totally support
it
her.
feels like we're on, what was it, Conan, where like, you know, A-lister after A-lister after A-lister. And I felt bad because Stacey was just like, guys, I'm good. I'm good at my job. Just everybody hates Jimmy.
know.
Jimmy's a bad person.
So we're never gonna see this
no,
Jimmy, right?
According
I
to
assume.
Ali, we're never going to see this Jimmy,
Okay,
which
and
makes
it's
me
not
upset.
Jimmy Fallon. It's not Jimmy
No, it's
Fallon.
apparently it has nothing to do with any of the Jimmys that are currently in this world.
Do you notice that they're all named Jimmy? So I think it was perfectly done.
I think that she did that on purpose, and I love that.
They're always called Jimmy.
But I love how even though everybody hates Jimmy, Jimmy gave out free watches today.
Yes.
And the one character I haven't gotten on board yet is Todd.
Oh, me either.
I don't know. Like, I'm not saying that the actor's terrible because obviously
he's
playing this role
But
really
why?
well.
Why is there always like too dumb to live guy? Like, who's that for?
Is this the security guard?
No. Todd is the best friend of Jimmy who came in with the bag of
okay,
watches.
Get a
okay.
watch.
The jock, pretty much. He's like I'm so cool, like frat guy.
So what about him don't you like?
I feel like he's like overly confident because he's Jimmy's best friend, but he also doesn't. But I mean, it's also hard because no one really has consciousness of each other's space in this show. So, but I feel like Todd's just the next level where he's like, I don't give a crap.
Just can't make connections to reality. Oh, we'll give him the
But I
benefit
said,
of the doubt.
we have a
maybe, but-
whole season to deal with Todd. But I've.
Well, what about Penny? She's like that too.
Oh, I like
But she
Penny.
is awesome.
Wow, we're
She's
gender
my
split.
favorite. She is she is like my
Yeah,
favorite.
I
She reminds
I'm
me
on
of
board.
Kathy Griffin on Suddenly Susan. And do you notice? I don't know. I
even
think
think
it's
about
the
that.
light. Yeah, think about it. But the light, the lighting kind of makes everybody's hair orange on the show.
No, but
And I
it's also
like
our
it.
it's also our
Where we
screen,
were
too.
watching it.
It's on our
Yeah.
screen.
Yeah, it's our screen.
I
It
was
makes them
going
orange.
to ask you that because I can't remember. I watched it at home too, and I'm like, I don't remember if everybody having orange hair.
No, it's just the screen. Our screen with the because we watch all together here at AfterBuzz, and there's like this lamp that kind of like makes all the screens look like
that what
orange.
it
Like
is?
everybody looks like they're wearing
Everyone's
green
Okay.
lips were
lipsticks.
green.
I was going to
Yeah.
ask you
It's
that.
just the screen.
I was going to ask you
That would have been
okay.
really fun. It's like,
It's a design choice.
I was like, I wonder if they're trying to be Oompa Loompas on purpose. But no. But I love how, he gives away watches and Todd is upset because he didn't get a watch. So I love how the entire episode he's just moping around the studio. I'm like, don't you have work to do?
What is his job?
I actually don't know.
Okay.
I just realized
probably not.
The only one I know is that he's best friends with Jimmy. If anybody knows, put it in the chat. That's the great thing about this is while we do the show live, you can actually tune in and talk to us in the chat. One of us will either have our phones or my laptop or anything like that, and you can just go into it.
That's
also,
right.
they're loving your jacket, by the way.
Who is that? Is that Candy Apple?
Candy Apple.
Thank you. You followed me from my other show. I appreciate that.
So we get to meet Sarah Jessica Parker first, who came from Poughkeepsie all-girls theater campus. How she knows Stacy when they were 14, and
Another
I love how
Glee star.
yes, and I love that Stacy was known as Jaws because of her headgear.
sweet.
Well, this was my real question. My real logical, practical mind went to like at the end, even before the end. But when they talk about the kiss that was or was not shared here, I was just in a practical way like, how do you kiss someone with headgear? Doesn't it sort of like interfere with all
It's
of
teenagers in love.
I have
You
no
find a way.
idea. I'm gonna hope that maybe it was just like one wire because my mom had
Yeah, so
headgear,
you
but it
could-
was only
so you
just
could get in
one.
there.
Yeah, so maybe she was like just right around the wire. I don't know because
But
it
that
didn't.
Invisalign thing came up too, where Mark Consuelos was wearing one too, and he's like 24 on, 2 off, and it was like, wait a minute, did she know about that too? Because she had one on.
I have no
was
idea, but I
weird.
didn't even think about that
I was like,
together.
what is going
That was hysterical.
on?
I'm suddenly seeing a lot of, and it's all men for whatever reason, but a lot of people with Invisalign in this
true.
town suddenly just like it became a hot thing. So that
Because nobody wants braces in this town, so they're like, oh,
That's why,
Invisalign,
yeah,
that
that's
makes
why.
sense. And it's expensive, y'all. Just letting you know.
Invisalign?
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
unless you have dental insurance to a point, like, yeah, it's not
It
too
never
bad.
works out
but
unless you have really good
never
company.
works out.
No, the insurance
that's why
they won't pay.
that's why I had braces for 6 years.
Your teeth look great, Alexis.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, nice teeth.
But
Perfection.
I actually like the character Malik, who's the PR woman for
Yes.
Kelly and Mark, and I love how she's just like, no, I can find you meth, I can find you this, I can find you that. I can't find a
yeah.
uterus. Where am I gonna find a uterus? And she's like, I don't. Stacy's like, I don't know, and she's like, well, if you do that, I will get you. What was it? George Clooney and Alma, and she's like, I will find you a uterus, and just
Yes.
ran off.
Cut
But-
to the only girl of I think
I was like-
childbearing age in the whole office
and the
so
whole
far.
office is Penny, who's sorting her vitamins, pills, and whatever other concoctions that she has going on because she's all about that health.
She's pumped full of herbs and vitamins,
yeah.
which I've been saying vitamins the last few
No,
days. I
like
don't know why.
it's like burned into my brain now. I was like,
Yeah.
hey, Grandma, did you take your vitamins? And she's like, what? What are you talking about? And my grandmother's like full Filipino, so she's just like, I don't understand. But we can actually talk about more of Kelly and everything and Penny because it's kind of all bunched together. But they find out that the couple is Kelly and Mark, and the fact that I didn't realize how much Penny loved Kelly Ripa.
Yeah, I think they should have prepared her. Like, that is setting her up for failure. Like,
Yeah.
before you walk in the room, here's who it's gonna be. Come on.
Yeah, that
Give
was.
Penny a chance.
But I'm also assuming that they probably didn't know that Penny really loves Kelly Ripa.
Sure.
Because like 1 in a million chance it's going to be the person that you love. Like
Right,
that's kind of
right.
crazy.
It kind of reminds me of myself because any celebrity that come in, I would be totally starstruck. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
of course.
Oh my god, I can carry your child. You know,
that would be crazy.
It would probably be anybody that they brought in. Penny would go crazy for, even though she works with him every day. You know, so that's what I was kind of thinking. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love Penny. I mean, she is crucial to the show now. She's got to be
Yeah.
in like every scene.
I hope
because
so
she's
because I
awesome.
love her. And
I really liked Stacy running down the list with her of like, is she a good, viable person to carry a child? Like, oh, it's like taking an eye exam. Oh, I'm legally blind in one eye.
Yeah,
and you're like, good.
Don't tell her.
Just everything. She's got Donner Party relatives.
oh yeah, her family
incest
history
in her family.
was
my
so
God.
scary.
Was maybe my favorite part. It was very funny.
I tried to eat a Donner burger here in Burbank, and now I can't because
No.
that reference came back up.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I love
can't.
them. I love them.
can't.
Anyways, I shouldn't have said that.
No. But that's the whole point of this show. Is supposed to
Yeah.
make you kind of like super uncomfortable, and then you're like,
It's working.
and then you end up laughing about it
Oh,
later.
back to the PR person.
Yeah,
Maybe you would know
Malik.
this. What's her name?
Malik.
Malik. Aren't they kind of tough like that? Like
Oh, yeah.
for their clients?
Yeah, of course.
Because they come in sometimes and you guys don't see them, but they are sitting here in the corner watching every word.
Not here right
today.
now, but yes.
Not today.
We
but
have to say
It's
not today.
intimidating.
we had a lot of guest stars on the other show, and it was like they would be in here for every single guest star and on the phone. And if you say one word that they don't want you to talk
They're
about,
like, or you'll just see them in like on their phones, and they're just like,
that's what they're doing. They're like Malik. Yeah, watch the episode again. They're on their phone, but they are listening.
oh yeah, no, they pay attention to everything, and they need to have their hand in everything too. So,
And it's Gwyneth Paltrow. This is a major star, so I agree with Malik.
well, yeah, of course, and that's what they're trying to butter up is her because she will bring in the A-listers.
Well, the writing was so good for Gwyneth. I mean, it opened strong. It was a little weak in the middle, kind of. Some of the jokes weren't playing too well, but then at the end they closed big, and I felt a lot of that was true to Gwyneth.
Oh yeah, for sure, because she can land her comedic timing pretty well.
I mean, it's funny because she's noteworthy for being a vegetarian, vegan, but the next day on her cooking show, she'll be cooking meat, and so the
Oh, really?
yes, it is
Yeah,
so
that's why I was
funny.
like, I'm
and
so
so the
confused.
pet people, exactly, they're confused. They're like,
gotta
Gwyneth,
broaden your
how
audience."
dare you? How dare you make a chicken
Whoopsies.
roast after the day you just, made this big announcement about vegan? And so I like.
maybe she's just cooking for other people because maybe not
Listen,
everybody's vegan and
I
vegetarian.
don't criticize people because, we get it here on the shows too. And I'm
course.
like, it's, let her do her thing. At least she's doing a cooking show, you know?
True.
And sometimes you need meat. So I loved it when she says, I want carb. I don't want to eat the junk from Goomba.
Oh my god, the
That was
stuff that
hilarious.
they were talking about
I
was
was
crazy.
laughing
But
so hard.
before we get into more Gwyneth, let's wrap up episode 1 since Gwyneth was my favorite episode out of the two.
Yes, me
So we had obviously Stacey's awkward moment where she tries to convince, or not convince, but pretty much tell Sarah Jessica Parker that they kissed, and she was like, I don't remember
So,
that.
do you think it's really happened or not based on the entire episode? Do you think it really did take place back in camp back in the day?
I have no idea. It was
I wasn't sure.
According to Sarah Jessica Parker, she's
Yes.
like, I never forgot.
Or maybe
and
she's
she
just-
laughed, and I was like, what's
Yeah,
happening?
I wondered if she was just throwing her a bone, like, wow, that was an awkward interaction, and she
But
just
can we
like,
also talk about how awkward the kiss was too? I was just kind of like,
yeah,
That seemed like a
looked
full-on
little
kiss.
rough.
No. It was still a full-on kiss, but it was kind of like, I don't know if you're trying to eat her face or you're
It
trying
was
to kiss her.
intense. Yeah, it was intense.
But I
It
love
was
it because
That's a good point.
she talked about, I think on Good Morning America with her husband on the panel, that she was like, oh yeah, our kids, like he was there and our kids were there during that scene, and we had to have a long discussion about sexuality. And I was like, yay, you're educating as well as entertaining.
Well, I could see SGP going in
Yeah.
for the kiss. She knew she was about to do the big scene. I could see it in her eyes, and then she went all in.
Oh,
I
it was-
mean,
it
that
was great.
And then she went back for some more.
Yeah, no, I saw it. I was
So
like,
this
oh.
was like you did not miss it. This was not a little quick thing.
Yeah, it wasn't just like a peck on the lips or the
Yeah.
cheek. It was like, give me your face.
Okay, yes. And
I was like, whoa, Sarah Jessica Parker.
yeah, and she kind of admitted that they did do something in camp.
Yes, they
so
did.
that's
I don't know. Either way, if she decided to just be a good Samaritan and
Right,
just do it,
right. That
She's
was kind of
also-
my
It
thought,
works for
yeah.
you.
gold star in my book, Sarah
Yeah,
Jessica
it
Parker.
was nice. It was nice.
Oh God, I love it. But I'm sad that Penny did not get to be the surrogate for Kelly and Mark because they just.
It was so
just
funny in that
something.
scene because I've heard people talk like that, and it is so show businessy talk.
It is.
They will literally say, they've done it to me, oh, we've decided to go in a different direction. And then I find out.
Smiling and nodding at you, and
Then
then
I
with
find
the
out
rejection,
from a
yeah.
friend on another show, oh, you did that show. Oh, they did go exactly that segment. They did film that segment. And so Penny is absolutely heartbroken, right?
Yeah, she was like cry talking or sob
I
talking,
know.
as I like to call
and
it.
Kelly's turning into like a show business answer.
It was.
It was so funny. I
No,
mean,
they
like,
did
listening-
really well. And I love how Mark was just kind of like, and this is why we didn't choose you. And I was like, oh, stop hurting her already. It's terrible. But I also loved that, what was it? Their questions that they asked Penny was very, very detailed, especially since I don't know if I'm getting this incorrectly. Are they saying the reason they can't have babies because they both have herpes?
No,
I
that's
was
the
very
thing.
confused.
That
seemed
was hilarious.
Okay.
But I thought maybe just because she
Maybe
seemed like
just
it
him?
was a dig at him, maybe
Okay.
that like isn't that the reason?
His legs were like this open, as well as some of the others. I'm like, that was kind of distracting, maybe for some viewers, but
But I was also distracted by Kelly's legs because she was like all sprawled out, and I was like,
know.
"Holy crap,
that
girl! I know
the way
you're
it is in
short
the
as
green
hell,
room?
but your legs are fantastic. Like, oh my God.
But have you gone to green rooms and stuff? Because I know you work in networks.
Well,
Do they just lounge on their boyfriends like that?
I mean, well, no, there's private green rooms for people. Obviously, if we were doing like a late night show, there would be like, here's a green room for this person. Or like on the Graham Norton show, you all hang out together, but there's no cameras back there.
Okay.
So you would never know. But I know when I was in the green room for Jimmy Kimmel a few times, it's mostly like the celebrities were in a further back room, and then all the people who are coming in that got to be in the green room as fans are in a totally different section. But sometimes they're passing around and you're like, hey, have you tried the cheese? Like, it's really awkward. Like,
this is what phones are for. If I'm going through the hall, you know I'm going to get a picture.
Well, security is walking around. At least for Jimmy Kimmel, there was security, so you weren't allowed to have your phone out. Like, you weren't even allowed to tweet until you got out.
Oh my God.
Because sometimes they're taping either, like, it might be a holiday episode, so it might not be out yet. So they're like, no phones. But it depends, obviously. Like, some people Snapchat while they're there and things like that, so you have to be careful.
Richard Simmons said he was actually locked into his green room for that late night talk show, and he was very upset, and they wouldn't let him out until he went on. That's pretty harsh.
Why?
That's like the harshest it gets. But
that's terrible.
Yeah, usually there's fruit and wonderful cheeses and stuff like that.
Speaking of fruit and wonderful cheeses, let's get to episode 2, which is called The A-List Thief, which is where we had Gwyneth Paltrow and Jim Norton. I don't know if there was a third person, but they said also lip sync kerfuffle, which I was
never
like,
happened.
We never got that.
Expecting Janine Garofalo to appear because she's supposed to appear this season. So I like, is that
maybe later?
I never saw her.
Keep
in this
hope
one.
alive. She's showing up
probably
later.
later. We also get another guest, which was Jimmy's dog Monty, who apparently was the mystery pooper. I was really surprised that they actually showed the poop.
Oh, I was like,
I mean, I know it was a prop, but I was like,
I was so sick. I was like, oh, she's talking like it's human.
You know, like usually, usually like they'll just like you'll see like a close up
or
like from the ground up, and you're like, oh, you touch it or something.
Everyone's looking.
But
when it became a dog thing, it helped a little bit more. But before, I was like getting ill. I was like, oh no, please.
It's literally somebody who walked around. It's Todd.
She said it was an Asian person. And I'm like, oh no.
I felt like that joke went too far.
Okay,
and I was
FDR not going to round up the Asians.
Far.
Did you see that?
What was that about? Did FDR do something that I don't know about?
I don't know.
What was that reference? I'm like, what? I have
wants to explain that to us? It's too late for me to actually understand what's happening.
Candy Apple, what happened with FDR?
We know about Japanese internment camps.
Was that during FDR?
You had to go there.
Who else rounded up Asians?
I don't know, dude. Like I said, it's late.
I don't know either.
Right, that's right.
Okay, thank you. All right. He was Turking? Oh my God, it's late. Talking about that. Thank you, Zach.
On a lighter note, I really want a Mastiff. That's what the dog was, right?
Oh my God,
but the poop was a great selling point for why you don't want it. Because really,
a big dog,
a huge dog is
my family and I had 3 German Shepherds. The backyard was a landmine. Like
but really lush, right? Though, like underneath, the grass was beautiful.
Yeah, you're like, oh wow, what wonderful yard you have. Yeah, we have fertilizer all the time.
Maybe we could segue into goop.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Was I was going to go into food and then clothes and then goop. Hence why I'm wearing plaid today.
Yes.
I'm not wearing the goop nightgown that she was wearing or sporting, but I did the plaid for you, Ali Wentworth.
And I did the jacket for you guys.
Yeah,
I did nothing.
Jacket night.
No, you look good, girl. You shut your beautiful mouth.
I worked with Gwyneth on a movie.
Did you?
She is amazing, and she
I
had
heard
these
she's
like
so
boots.
sweet.
She is, if you're her friend.
Oh.
No, she was wonderful.
You see this? He is throwing shade already.
Well, I was working with somebody also in the movie, and they're like best friends with her. And if you are her best friend, she will, she treats her friends really well. So it's great.
She will steal anything for you.
And that I don't know about.
Oh, I saw what you did there.
The steaming of the vagina, that's in the news all the time. So that's real.
I've heard that so many times. I don't know specifically if Gwen does that, but that's...
And she's famous for the straight guys liking her because she says she loves to give blowjobs. And so they're like, yay.
Is that in the news?
Is that real?
Based on her actual gossip?
That is all over Google. She says she's doing interviews because, they said women don't like her as much, but now the straight guys are really liking Gwyneth because she's like, you should do that for your man. So now her popularity...
And she's single now, right?
Yes, she is.
Yes, she is.
Yes,
correct.
she is.
Right? The more you know. Thank you, Zach. I was so confused.
Our engineer likes that. Okay, thank
you. She referenced her sort of methodology when she said she blew the air marshal on her flight over.
So
and
a lot of it was real.
A
lot of it was real. There's a lot of stars that are a handful on set, but I'm not saying she was a handful.
I mean, apparently she was given handfuls. So getting back to that. Oh, thank you.
Oh, Zach, you are on tonight.
Fire. I think I woke you up a little bit.
This is our late night show.
Oh my God. This is where the antics happen when we're all supposed to be sleeping.
This is the last
It's
show
past my
tonight.
bedtime, so I apologize for the antics that are happening.
Oh, it is super late.
But Monty gets an office, the dog, obviously, who has a nicer office than anything I've ever seen in my life.
Nicer than where I live, definitely.
Nate Berkus,
who was not even in the credits.
No, he wasn't, but I guess he's a styler from Oprah, yeah?
Of course.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that I had that
a
correct.
major star. There was a lot of Oprah references, you know.
Which is great.
The Goop I Did It Again was a Britney reference. I love that. I didn't catch it the first time, and I got it the second time. But yeah, Nate was not even, he's wearing the classic orangish tan pants. He's the only one in the world that wears them, so he's wearing on the show tonight. I thought that
beautiful.
was perfect.
Represent, buddy. I was so happy for him. But I also loved that just he's like, I'm going for an artistic thing. It's not just like you can throw the dogs playing cards and, to make it funny and talk.
I thought the room was done. I mean, that room already looked.
Yeah, it looked great.
Oh, it looks, I'm like,
well done,
that
sir.
room is the best office I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, exactly. And if it was a green room or something, I've never seen a green room like that. So yeah, it looked great.
Just fill it with puppies. It would
Never
be the best
seen a dog's
green room
room
ever.
like that.
Yeah, I know, in general. But I love how Todd didn't understand that the dogs playing poker was supposed to be funny.
Well, I like
okay.
how Nate told him off at the end, though. It's like, you can leave now.
Yeah.
And stars are like that. They are.
Don't get
they
out of my
really are.
space.
And Todd was like, well, all right.
Like, they'll be super nice to some people, and then other people are like, you can leave now, okay? So that was cute. I like that.
I thought it was great. Randy according to Ali, the pervy sound guy, and Grady, who does the food, who tried to do Goop recipes, but she was not into that.
He tried so
I
hard.
like him so far. He's up there, one of my faves.
Yeah, I'm a little sad that we didn't get more of the storyline, which is where they have a podcast about conspiracy theories. Yeah.
That was so perfect.
Terry,
that is how they talk.
Which is so funny because I know somebody who does have a podcast of conspiracy theories.
Did
so
they
it's
talk
really
like
creepy.
that in a low voice?
Oh yeah,
I'm
they
like,
try to
that
make it
was
like
radio voice.
exactly.
Yeah.
But like creepy, weird, and we're gonna tell you
they're talking
mysteries
about
and
it's like
stuff.
mystery theater, but
which is all
through
true,
that.
by the way.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
So
It's all true.
yeah, so they convince Penny, because she's been having some bad luck recently, that they need to rub a hunchback's. Yeah, did I say that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hunchback's
Hump.
Hump.
Yes, I was trying to say humpback, and I was like, nope, that's incorrect.
That's a
Hunchback's
whale.
Would've worked.
hump. Thank you. It played. But
You know,
yeah.
I hadn't heard that one, but I have heard you rub a bald spot for someone who's bald for luck.
There's been different. There's so
I thought
many
you were gonna
different
say
things.
something else. Okay.
I mean,
No.
that might be for some people,
But also
might be
a
for
lot
some people.
easier to find a bald person than
someone with a hunchback. Yeah, it was a little awkward.
more
Well, I
prevalent.
looked it up right before we got on, and it is actually true.
True,
It's
okay.
true. I didn't know it either. I
I've
never
heard-
heard
true,
it.
you'll get luck.
I've actually heard of it, but I thought someone was making that up because I'm the most gullible person in the world.
He said it was
so.
a Jewish thing, and I looked it up, and it was another country. I can't remember which one that was taking the credit, but I had never heard it before. But yeah, something you learn
keep
something
your
new.
eyes out.
Hey, man, at least try. But I love how we got a hunchback, but it wasn't a hunchback. It was just
was
this
the
hoodie.
hoodie.
This hoodie
It was
was
the
just
hoodie.
stuck, and I was like, I feel like people would notice if your hood was stuck in your
Yeah,
jacket.
it's annoying. Oh,
Yeah.
that's like nails in a
That was
coffin.
the whole build-up. That was the
Oh, yeah,
climax
I
where
know.
she slowly
I love how she was adamant. She's like, I'm gonna do this.
finally.
And he was just like, oh, my hood's inside my jacket. And I don't remember the advice that he gave her, but I don't think it helped. I'm trying to remember.
Is there help for Penny? I'm not sure.
I don't know. Apparently, if it doesn't come in pill form, Penny is a lost cause. I'm just kidding. But I love how her and Stacy are super close. The fact that they had to share an office, but there's a dog it's Jimmy's
own.
dog who has his own
Can you believe
space.
it?
I loved watching Stacy come in and just be like, oh my God,
Yeah.
look how beautiful this office is. And I was like, oh, Stacey, I want to give you a hug. Oh, Ali Wentworth, I want to give you a hug so bad.
And what about the hairstylist? She's like, she was telling Penny.
Oh, yeah, that she only does Jimmy's hair, but she won't do Gwyneth Paltrow's hair
Have you
or
met
anybody
people like
else's
that?
hair.
Have
I
you-
have.
Okay,
But I was like, but I
you.
understood where Stacey was coming from. She's like, Jimmy only takes like 5 seconds.
Yeah, men's hair.
Just kind of, whoop, and you go. And
It's
she doesn't
not
do
in my contract.
anything for the rest of the day. And I love how she was like trying to be helpful, and then she was like, I don't need this. And just like,
Over
walk.
it.
And then you never see her again. And I was like, I really hope we get to see her more. I don't even remember her name. I just know she was Jimmy's hairstylist.
I think we're gonna see her a lot, and I think we're gonna see the PR person, because if you look,
Malik is definitely, she's there.
Yeah.
She's gonna be part of the whole season, which is great.
I'm excited about that. I think she's gonna be there for every guest, is what I'm assuming. We didn't get to talk about Jim Norton, who's kind of there and kind of not.
I thought he was really funny.
I thought he was hysterical.
I actually didn't know who he was before this.
He's just a stand-up comedian. Yeah.
I didn't know him, but I thought all his lines were really funny.
He just played his character so well. So he has this
I thought it was gonna be Graham Norton or that English guy.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I would have loved
somebody
that. I'm a huge fan of him.
so that's who I thought was on the show. It's like, oh, I know who this person is, but no. Yeah.
Well, I think I'm a Jim Norton fan now, and he's
Heck yeah.
really like
I think his stuff
talking
is-
about himself as small and disgusting, and his
makes me
jacket is
so
immense.
sad.
No, it was like he's obviously like that's probably some of his material. Right?
Yeah, I'm assuming.
And he referred to Gwyneth Paltrow's Ichabod Crane body, which is real mean, but
the adjectives that they use to describe people in the
Jizz
show
bucket?
is
Oh my
so.
God.
yeah.
I use that word. That's why it was
How
weird to
dare
see
you?
it.
How dare you?
That's only as an
Okay,
insult,
who do you
though.
know? Who do you know? Now I have to know.
No. It's just I remember someone was just being a terrible person, and I was like, stop being such a jizz bucket or something like that.
Well,
like
it starts in LA and then it spreads to the rest of the country.
Apparently so.
You're just getting it started here.
that was not my intention. It was just weird to hear because I was like,
spread those jizz buckets.
Everybody's going to be using that across the country.
oh god, I love that phrase. I think it's hysterical.
It is. It really is.
There's other dirtier ones, but I'm not gonna say that. So, but Jim Norton, pretty much his as the story has progressed, we've noticed that Gwyneth Paltrow has been stealing stuff throughout the episode.
Nonstop.
So apparently, I guess either her assistant or her was walking through the halls and was just like, that jacket is mine now, and it looked good on her. I will admit that. It was a very cool jacket.
Men's
Shouldn't have given it
petite.
up, Jim.
No. Well, I mean, the offer that he got, it made sense. So he gets upset. He even talks to, I don't even know the security guard's name.
Phil, I think it's
Is
Phil.
it Phil?
I like him. He's a character
He's
actor
hysterical.
for sure.
I love how he's
Yeah.
just like, I feel like he's high the entire time. Is that like I don't know if that's the running joke.
talks slow.
But he's just like,
relaxed.
maybe. I think he's just
I
high
know.
the entire time. But I love how he's just like, I don't want to deal with this. I want to go. And
Seems really secure there.
oh yes, I was like, wow, the security team is great. Also, there's
Very
just
lax.
one person.
Yeah.
I don't know
I'm
how
not
this
going to
works.
get in the middle of this. I've heard that before.
Yeah.
So he's not really doing security, but
He's just kind of there.
another comic relief.
But yeah, so pretty much Jim Norton comes up to him and is like, hey, my jacket's been stolen by Gwyneth Paltrow. Are you going to do something? And he's like, no, I don't think you should be a part of this. You should just move on. And I was like, wow. But hey, he had the cojones, walked in there and was like, hey, I want my jacket.
We
You need
needed
to
to
give
see
it back
that.
to me.
It was the
And
showdown.
Gwyneth Paltrow's like, I'll give you a blowjob. And I was
course.
like, and like, I had to
course.
stop, rewind, and go, I'm sorry, what?
That's what she does.
But I didn't know that.
Not
so,
really, but you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well now you've
But
said.
she's brought it up a lot. So
Yeah, so I love
it's
how
kind of, there is a tie there.
yeah,
It was funny.
Oh, that was so funny. And he was just like, all right.
He was ready. It didn't even take him half a second.
No, he was already like messing with his belt by that point in
That
time.
deal
And then
worked.
she's like, actually,
Gotta
you know
be
what?
ready at any moment.
But I love it because he ended up getting a Bruce Springsteen signed guitar, like electric guitar.
I think maybe just give the job, you know, like don't part with your guitar that's worth much more.
Oh my god, if you sold that, that's it. You can get
Yeah.
5 of those jackets.
But I guess you're Gwyneth Paltrow, so it doesn't
I mean,
matter
if you think about it, signed Bruce Springsteen guitar, blowjob from Gwyneth
Yeah,
Paltrow.
yeah.
And of course, Jimmy doesn't know that his guitar has already been raffled away.
Has no idea. Oh,
Okay.
I forgot to talk about in the first episode, Todd got 2 watches because Stacey was trying to be like, you know what, I feel bad for Todd. I'm gonna give him my watch. But then Jimmy found him and was like, oh yeah, I forgot to give you your watch. And now I have
What's
2
with
watches.
the like suitcase of money though?
That I'm upset about because
that happen?
I have 2 jobs, I have a wedding to pay for, and I've got college loans. Jimmy, where's my money? But it's okay. But yes, back to that, the fact that he got, it's a weird toss up for me, but I love how Gwyneth Paltrow was like, I didn't say that. No, I never. That's off the table now. Just leave the guitar, goodbye. And just that was it. At the end of the show, Gwyneth Paltrow leaves.
Doesn't take the dog?
And doesn't take Monty because.
I would never take something that didn't belong to me.
And I love how there was that awkward laugh, and they're like, "Okay, bye." And I love
Yeah.
that every time the bye comes up, it's very exactly like a network would be like, "Thank you for coming on the show." No, thank you
Bye.
for having me. We'll see each other later. Okay, bye. And then that's it.
No.
I wanted to see the dress that they're all like Sarah Jessica Parker. We never got to
Oh
see.
yeah, because it was in the casing.
Thank you for coming, and we never saw the dress. And yeah, Gwyneth, she just went out with the jacket.
She did.
That worked
And
for
that-
her.
and that-
Men,
that-
is there such a thing as men's petite, by the way?
What do you know?
I don't know.
Oh my God, this is a men's petite, actually. This is.
So yes.
It's so sure. Okay, thank you, Hayley. Thank you, Haley.
But I love how she had like a cart full, like she just went through Costco or
had all her
something and just had all of her
stuff,
stuff, and I was just like,
That was.
all right, cool. And that was it. That was the end of 2 episodes, and I was like, all right. Sign me up. You can take my programming. I'm fine with this. The show's awesome.
Yeah.
So overall thoughts on episode 2 for the 2 of you?
I loved the stars coming on. They were, I think, true to themselves in a way. I mean, you have a big plate of fried chicken next to Gwyneth Paltrow, who's not supposed to be
Oh my God, I love that she was just like, yeah.
It's so funny. I want hamburgers. And it was hilarious because they're kind of playing off their own personas. There's so much that is close to who they are. And I like seeing that because I do see the stars behind the scenes too. And they are like that. You're like, she's saying really nice byes to one person and then she's like under her breath taking it back and being mean. So, people are people. We're just human beings, and we kind of get to see a different side of them. So I love the first 2 episodes.
Yeah, I can't wait to see who else is going to be coming on later in the season.
I think if you go to the Nightcap or PopTV's YouTube, you get to see some promos of who's going to be there.
I've seen a couple flashes of some people. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm excited for Michael J. Fox. That should be coming up soon.
Yes.
Whoopi Goldberg should be. I'm excited to see what she does with her character. Because sometimes, like, she's been on TV shows as herself before, but like
they're gonna serve her watermelon. I was like,
no.
That was so funny. That was the trailer. She's looking.
Really,
at the
I didn't see that trailer.
I put all the stars on my Twitter because I thought they were all fantastic.
Oh my
I
God,
just can't wait to see all of them. Yeah.
Same.
I think it's gonna I'm really excited for the season, and I'm also excited for season 2 because now that they got greenlit, like that.
Can you believe it?
I think that's awesome because it seems like we just saw the first 2 episodes, and I think that it did really well.
They see the dailies, they see the episodes come in before we do, and they're like, okay, this is going to work. This is great. And it probably doesn't cost a lot, right?
I mean, I have no idea.
How much do these stars get paid to go on an episode?
I mean, I don't know if they're doing her a favor, or they're getting paid.
Yeah, maybe they're friends. It could be.
They're getting paid, but they
her.
probably knock it out in less than a day.
Yeah, because I don't know what celebrity that Ali was talking about in her interview, but I think it was Andy Cohen, where he was like, that whole Broadway smash up thing was only 20 minutes.
Wow.
In and out. And
Well, you can't keep throwing food at her all day. I mean, the
I
walls
mean,
and the...
I would like
The
to.
dream, yeah.
The dream would be for me to throw fruit at Ali Wentworth all my life.
That's a one take.
I do like their just title sequence. It's really cool. I like how they give it like it's a whatever late night show, and they're talking about all the people, and then just all of them under the desk on the live stage. It's like really nice design. I'm into it.
I love the poster too of just seeing just the desk and them all just kind of like
squished under.
Everybody just
Don't move.
don't move.
But
It's like Jimmy's like a T-Rex or something. Like if we
That's
don't
like what we
move,
have here. There's 100 people under this desk.
Exactly. It's
they're
like
not
a
allowed
circus.
to eat until we're done with the show.
You don't know what it's like before
Just
we
kicking
go on.
people down there.
Getting these shows ready. It's crazy.
So obviously we talked about our news and gossip anyway, which was the season 2. We can do mini predictions, even though it's a little hard because it's a comedy show. But what are you mostly looking?
Your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
What do you guys want to see in the show? It's more like a want instead of a prediction, since we don't really have there's not a main story with this show. But like, is there anything like you're looking forward to, or if you had a writer's control, like what would you like want to see?
I would keep going further and further, pushing the envelope.
Okay.
I love the language that they're using on this show because it's very
writing's
funny.
so good.
They did bleep out one word tonight. That was probably too much.
It was a C word. If you don't know what it is, look it up.
I thought they used 2 C words, and the second time was the really naughty one. Now that the Real Housewives, it came up on that episode. But anyways,
Missed that.
I love those references.
I want to talk about all the different shows, but that's one of my favorites. And that one, it was like such a hot button. But I like to see more celebrities, of course.
Of course.
I want to see the watermelon.
With Whoopi? Oh my word. I want to see Oprah on this show. I think it'd be really funny.
Yes.
Season 2.
My prediction is it just becomes super popular, so ultimately they have to reveal a Jimmy to us. They have to and it would be some like John Hamm or like someone, like
I would be okay with this. I wanted it to be Elijah Wood so bad because I think he would just be a complete asshole.
Great. That would be great.
It seems like he has black hair because I was like, I'm available, for season 2. That's who I would like to see too.
Nice.
But yeah.
Well, you know what we
maybe
would
we'll.
also like to see is your guys' comments, your reviews
Yes.
about our show. Again, this was the first 2 episodes and our first after show episode, but we definitely want to keep the lights on. If you give us a review on iTunes, a comment on YouTube, tweet it out, share it, all that kind of stuff, just let them know. And obviously, if you loved Nightcap, we are going to be here every week talking about it whenever it airs.
And if you want us to be more over the top, let us know, because we can go there.
or tone it down, whatever. We don't hate here.
It's an entertainment show.
But thank you guys. I know that it's late, but our usual time is going to be at 10 p.m. from now on, not this late. So definitely tune in and make sure you keep up with the schedule there on AfterBuzzTV.com, I believe, which has a schedule every week to show you what shows, or every day, what shows are actually going to be available. But for these guys, go ahead, give your guys social handles so that they know where to find you.
Absolutely. So you can find me on Twitter at AKA Golden Boy, and check out my celebrity interviews on chrisvalentine.la.
And once again, I'm Hayley O'Connor on Twitter at Hayley O'Connor, Hayley, and Instagram at Hayleywood.
And again, I am your host, Alexis Torres. You can find me where all shenanigans will ensue besides this show, at atorres890. Definitely, guys, let us know what your favorite character was. That's kind of like your homework for the week, because I know we're going to be gone next week because of Thanksgiving. And I think that's why we had 2 episodes, and then we're going to have one after that. But we just want to know if you know, what your favorite character was or what your favorite situation was from these 2 episodes. But guys, have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and we'll see you guys in a couple weeks. Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Jizz Bucket!
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.